This is the Irontrader. It is Thursday morning. Wow, this week is just flying by. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, yesterday, the EIA report came out at 10:30, and it was very, very bullish. It was draws right across the board. Same way with the API on Tuesday night. Crude oil here is, I think, right in sync here. Now, we are in that second box upper level trading. Okay, so I was pointing out this candle that was at 79.29. We were trading in this box right here. Now we're in the upper, going into the upper level, and the key is going to be this 85 level here. Okay, so let's take a peek ski. All right, so what do we have here? We had a big red candle, and then we had a bottoming candle, but this was an indecision candle. But what we have here is you had a higher low and a higher high. Very good. And then yesterday's candle, it just took right on off, went around. Might be a little bit to do with that Russia, where they blew up the Ukraine blew up their refiner. Now, again, it's not going to scream up here, because remember, that's a refiner. Okay, they have plenty of oil. We're trading oil here. Okay, so if the refiners go down, okay, then you still, what are you going to do with all this oil, kind of a situation. So that really affected more like your gasoline and your diesel, okay, that kind of and your products versus just your oil market. Now, if they blew up an oil well or a tanker or something like that, well, then it would have been a little bit different here. Okay, so always remember that on what exactly got bombed. Okay, and I don't think it's going to be the end of it. I think there's probably going to be more. So oil here is always my favorite trade because it's always in play, always moves, and everybody likes to mess with it. Okay, so here's what we have. Let's just take a look here at the downside here first. We want to watch these key levels here. So right now we're sitting here at 80.33. So we want to look here at the top of this candle here. You're looking at 79.90. Okay, so that's what we want to look at. And then we want to look at this area right in here. Okay, so we have 79.62 right there. We have this 79.49, 79.53 level. Everything is coming. That's going to be a good support level here. But watch the 79.99 here first, and then we watch that area. And then this is your key level, is going to be this 8 SMA. So even if it comes down to this 8 SMA and holds, you're still very, very bullish here. So that is going to be 78.83. Then right below that here, we have your 78.31, and then we have your 200 SMA here. Let me see if I can punch them up here. Let's see here. Let me get her down here a little bit here so we can see that. Okay, so we're looking basically at 78.05. Okay, so we're looking very, very strong support here underneath. Okay, so that's exactly what we want to look at. Okay, that key 8 SMA, your 21 SMA here, and your 200 SMA here, sitting at 79. Okay, so what we want to do, if that is lost, then we'll come to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 77.57, and then we have 77.34, and then we have your retest there of 76.79. Okay, so but we're trading here when you have this high of 80.85, and then you have your low of 76.79. Okay, so this is where the area that we're trading in here. That's your range. Obviously, if that's lost, we can have the 100-day right below that at 76.18, and then we have your 50-day sitting there at 76.02. But look at your 50-day, how nice, about ready to cross over the 100-day. Your 21-day already crossed over. Your 8-day turned up here. Very, very bullish chart you got going on here. Okay, so when you look at the big picture here, okay, once you break out of this price channel here, then we can roll right on up here. Look at all the nice stages on up. Now, again, we got to see what's going to happen here when we get to this 80.85. So we're nearing it right now. Excuse me. Your high today was 80.59 here. So the next level we're looking at here is going to be your on the upside is 80.67. That's going to be next, and then 80.85. Okay, so there's only a couple more levels here left. But again, we don't know if that's just going to come down and then we're going to have more sideways action, or if it breaks through. You need a clean breakthrough. Just like here, if you look at this candle, when we had a clean breakdown, this was like a 4-point difference. It was just clean all the way on down. Then we had bear flags going all the way on up here, And then this was a possible bear flag, but once this candle got above that top of that red candle, well, then that negated that pattern, and then that all were kind of off the races. This is still rounded bottom, series of higher lows, very, very bullish. We got to see what's going to happen. So upside, there's two key levels here to watch. Is going to be your 80.67, and right there is your 80.85. Now, we get above that, just come right to the left. Okay, I pointed this out many times. 81.05, and then we have 82.24. We have 82.83, and then the top of this candle, 83.60. That's going to be key because that was that high. Okay, and then we come right over to the next high. We have our first resistance here, 85.30, and then we're looking at 85.90. Then we can just rally all the way on up here. We have 88.29 going on there. We have 89.54 and then 89.85. Okay, so basically the next levels, once you can break out of that 80.85, is we come right across here, bring that price channel across, bring that price channel across. Now, if we break out above the top of that candle, that's at 89.85. Then you want to look right here to the left of this candle. Here, that's going to be your really good strong resistance. It's going to be 92.43. Then we can just follow right on up, 93.10, 94.17, and your big retest there at 95.03. But again, it's all based on if you can get and close. That's the key above that 80.85 here. But right now we're looking here very, very bullish scenario here. You can just see here where all these double bottoms. See, that was a nice double bottom action, and it ran up. Then even when we had this low here, just look to the left of the chart where we had there. You had 76.80, and when we had 76.79 here. So that was another nice, good double bottom in play. And then the series of higher lows and higher highs, and now that we're leading right onto top of this candle here at 80.59 here. So watch today this candle 80.67, and then this is the key level at 80.85 to go higher. Okay. Now RSI, plenty of room to run, sitting at 61, and your MACD is curling back up again. Your green wants to get above your red here. Very, very bullish, showing good momentum. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. Okay, monthly chart here. Let's see. Real time right now, price is 80.38. So we want to look here on the upside is you want to look at that candle. 79.65. Right now, you're just a little bit above it. And then we have 79.96. The price is right now above it. Okay, so this is looking very, very good. The key is what's going to happen between today, end of today, and tomorrow. Is it going to be able to close right above these key SMAs here? That's going to be the very key. Now, our RSI looking good here. Your MACD looks like it wants to roll up. If we can get above that red, then we're looking very, very bullish, and we can come all the way to the top of these candles. Here, looking at that 95.03. Okay, so let's just take a look here. Okay, now your weekly is very, very key. Okay, so right now we're holding this key level. Okay, so this 50 SMA, very, very crucial. 77.85. And now you can see your 8-day might be possible cross on that. Okay, so he's 77.51. Okay, so what you have, 77.85, and then your 8 SMA, 77.51. You're heading right that direction. So you're already crossed over the 21-day. Now we're looking here to cross over that 50. That's always very, very bullish. And then you have your 21 at 76.07. And eventually, as that price runs up, that 21-day will roll up nicely. But you can see how nicely this 8 SMA, and now we're starting to hold this here. Now, these are a lot of weeks so far, okay? So we got to see what's going to happen by the end of tomorrow. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Actually, all these candles, except for the red candle, is right above here. So you got about 6 weeks here above that key 8 SMA. Very, very bullish. RSI here, plenty of room to run here. You're only sitting at 54. And your MACD, you have the bullish cross going, which tells you that you've got the momentum to the upside, looking very, very good here. Okay, so by tomorrow, end of Friday, you want to make sure that holds that 50-day and this 8-day. That's going to be very, very crucial here on a closing basis. Now, again, here are those other candles that we need to get to. Okay, there's that 80.67, and then there's that 80.85. This is your big, big resistant levels. And then if you can get up, we can follow the candles, but you got a really nice target up here at 83.52. Okay, let's take a look and see what's going on with natural gas. Okay, natural gas. Well, looks like it doesn't want to play well with others now, does it? Look at this thing. Okay, so we never want to see this. Okay, so once we lost, I've always pointed out this 21 simple moving average. So once that is lost here, and now you can see your 8-day is rolling down below. This is like not good. Okay, so when you see these red candles like this, okay, this is what you get. It just keeps glowing and going. What you need to have here is a reversal candle like we had here, okay? Where you find the bottom and then you can zip right on up here and then look how it exploded right on up. But right now, I just don't see it. So what do we have yesterday? You had a high of 171 and a low of 165. Today so far, high of 168, low of 1.65. Okay, so you're basically sitting right there. Now, this was 1.651 so far today, 1.653. Okay, so you want to watch that 1.65 level. Okay, if that's lost here, and then we're going to be looking here at this basically 1.637. That will be next, and then we'll have 1.59, 1.58, and then we can look to the bottom of that candle, 1.57, and then 1.52. Okay, so that is what we're looking for on the old downside. On the upside, you need to reclaim this 21. That's just that simple. You need to reclaim that 21 SMA here. So what we want to do here on the upside is you look at, first of all, at today's high so far. Okay, so you're looking at 1.68. Then we want to look to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 1.69. We looked at the top of yesterday's candle, 1.71. And then we have your 1.75, your 21-day. Okay, so this is where it gets very, very tricky. You have to get above this 21-day. The only thing I don't like about it is look at this 8-day, how it's rolling over. 1.78, not good. Okay, so your 8-day on your weekly, you're sitting now at 1.89. That is going to be big time resistance, but you're not even close. Key level here today, watch that 21-day, watch this 8 SMA. Okay, if you can get above, then we can follow the candlesticks on up here. You have 1.82. You have 1.84 here level, and then you can rally on up here. But right now, I don't see anything on no possible rally here unless something would come up here to change this. Okay, but what we need to do to reverse this is we need this candle here. Okay, this is what we need. So again, on the downside, just watch this 1.651. That's going to be very, very key. And then we just follow the candles 1.63, 1.59, 1.58. Come to the bottom there, 1.57, and then 1.52. Your green is still above your red. Looks like it wants to roll over. RSI here, it doesn't really tell you anything. Your MACD here, your green below the red, that is very, very bearish here. This is not a good looking chart. So again, we got to see if there's going to be a possible scalp. There might be a possible scalp here in the UNG. We got to see how that's going to shake out. Or in the KOLD, right now I'm flat. I have no position. So we got to see how it's going to shake. Okay, let's take a look on an hourly and a 4-hour. Okay, here we have your 4-hour chart. Now, all right, so far here, we're holding this price channel. Okay, so you're sitting, that price channel is sitting at 1.65. Okay, so that's still looking good. But again, you can see how it's stair-stepping down. That's going to be the key today, is holding this 1.65. If you can't, then the next level is you just have to follow the candles to the left. But the upside, we have to look at this 8 SMA here. You're looking at 1.67. And then if we can get to the 21 SMA here, that would be strong resistance, just like we had here. So we got to see if that's going to shake out. But really on the downside, just watch that 1.65, and then we can come over to your charts here. If you're going to dial in a little more, you're looking at 1.649, and then your 1.631, and then we can come all the way down here to your 1.59 area, and then 1.58. But right today, watch that level. That's going to be key. 1.651. Now here on your hourly chart, well, that's stair stepping down. I didn't like this double top situation. This is a really nice short right down here because you put a high and then you put a lower high. Well, you know where she's going, down lower. But we're holding this price channel here so far. Okay, that's going to be the key. But you really have to rally up, get above, start getting above these these key levels here, this 169, it could rally on up here to change this pattern. Right now, we just have sideways action. There is no pattern for higher or for lower. This just looks like it's going sideways. And just like we had here, which had a potential, but then it just fell right on off. So bottom line today, 1.65. I wish I could tell you something more, but this just has, it needs a catalyst. You've got to have something here to rip this up here or rip it down here. But let me see. Now UNG here, it's up a little bit. It closed yesterday at 14.91, and right now it's sitting at 15.03. So there might be a possibility here of a little bit of rally, maybe a little scalp, even 20 cents, something like that. KOLD, I'm not in. I should say I'm flat here, but I'll be looking for some kind of a scalp here. Hopefully it might be UNG. We might have a bottom, but it just doesn't look like it as of yet. Okay, I'll be back here midday trading. We'll take a look at natural gas. Maybe I'll do something by then. We'll take a look at crude. And then later today, as usual, we'll do a little more in-depth on crude and natural gas. Now remember, the EIA report for natural gas will be out today at 10:30. It's very, very important. Watch that level because you just never know here where it might spike on up. Now, I'm not expecting no big numbers, but just remember, look at what happened here when that EIA report, you got a nice big spike all the way from the bottom here, all the way onto the top. All right, that's what I got for you. Thanks for watching.